Let me tell you something that might blow your mind. The Beatles' Rubber Soul isn't just getting a re-release. It's being resurrected in ways that feel like a time machine to the 1960s, but with a modern twist. Imagine this. You're holding a box set that's not just an album, but a portal into the creative chaos of a band that redefined music. And here's the kicker. This isn't just for hardcore fans. This is a cultural event. Let me break it down for you. What makes this really interesting is how the music industry is treating classic albums now. Back in the day, you'd buy an album, and that was it. But now, we're talking about Dolby Atmos remixes, 88-page hardback books, and even a Zoetrope picture disc that spins into animation. It's like the Beatles are getting a luxury car upgrade. But why? Well, personally, I think it's because we're in an era where nostalgia isn't just a feeling, it's a $10 billion industry. These releases aren't just about music. They're about creating an experience that makes people feel like they're part of something sacred. Now, let's talk about the new mixes. Giles Martin and Sam Okell are the architects of this sonic resurrection. They're not just remastering, they're reimagining. The Dolby Atmos version, for example, isn't just louder, it's spatial. You can hear the room around the Beatles. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just a technical upgrade. It's a way to make the past feel present. Imagine sitting in a studio in 1965, hearing the echo of a guitar, the breath between notes. That's what these mixes are trying to capture. It's like they're saying, this is how it felt to be there. And then there's the treasure hunt aspect. The Little Girl demo, John Lennon's unfinished song outline, is like finding a hidden note in a time capsule. It's not just a track, it's a glimpse into the creative process of one of the most iconic songwriters in history. What this really suggests is that even the greatest artists had moments of doubt, experimentation, and imperfection. It humanizes them. But here's the thing. Why is this song being released now? Is it because we've run out of Beatles material, or is it because the market demands it? I think it's both. The demand for exclusivity is insatiable, and the Beatles are the ultimate brand that can deliver it. Let's not forget the formats. There's a 5 LP vinyl box set, a 4 CD version, a Blu-ray with high-res audio, and even a Zoetrope picture disc. It's like the Beatles are being sold as a product line. But why does this matter? Because it shows how music consumption has evolved. Vinyl isn't just a format, it's a lifestyle. People aren't buying albums, they're buying experiences. The 180-gram vinyl, the gatefold sleeves, the art cards, they're all part of a ritual. It's not just about the music anymore. It's about the act of owning something physical in a digital world. And then there's the historical context. The US and UK versions of Rubber Soul were different, and this release is honoring that. But here's what's fascinating. The original mono mix is included alongside the stereo version. Why? Because it's a reminder that the Beatles' sound wasn't just about the final product, it was about the process. The mono mix has a rawness that the stereo version smooths out. It's like comparing a black and white photo to a color one. Both are valid, but they tell different stories. So, what does all this mean for the future of music? It raises a deeper question. When does a reissue become a new creation? The Beatles' legacy is so vast that even their unreleased material feels like a new chapter. But is that a good thing? Or are we just chasing ghosts? I think it's a bit of both. On one hand, these releases keep the music alive in a way that resonates with new generations. On the other, they risk turning the Beatles into a brand rather than a band. But hey, if it keeps people listening, maybe that's not such a bad thing. In the end, this Rubber Soul release isn't just about the music. It's about how we remember the past, how we consume art, and how we turn nostalgia into a business. And if you take a step back and think about it, that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating. It's not just an album. It's a mirror reflecting our obsession with the past, our hunger for authenticity, and our need to feel connected to something bigger than ourselves.